Hello guys, what's happening? My name's General Churong and today I thought we'd be taking a look at the Opressor Mk1. Now in my opinion, this is still the fastest vehicle to use in Freemode, especially considering all sorts of things like where you can spawn it, how often you can spawn it, and how fast it actually travels. Now, to fly this thing properly, you'll need to understand some game mechanics. These mechanics are called gliding, and I'm sure most of you have already heard of it, but I'm still going to dive into the basics of it in a stunt race because the effects of it are much more prominent there. Now I'm going to load up, I think, Afterburner because it's my favorite track of them all, and it is in night, so I hope you guys can see it properly, but I guess we'll have to wait until this video is up and see the comments for that one. So here we are guys at the Afterburner track, and it is still one of my favorite races that Rockstar's ever created, and I'm going to be using this map to show you how to glide because it's actually a key feature of it, and if you're not gliding on this map you really shouldn't be playing it, and you'll never win. I mean, it's still loads of fun, but you need to be gliding to be effective at it. Now the best way I've found to explain gliding is like a force that acts on the bottom of the bike whenever you're in the air. Now as you can see, I'm leaning back a bit, about 90 degrees, and you can see my bike is just going in a straight line forwards. Now I do have to rotate that front wheel because if I don't, the bike recenters, but the Oppressor doesn't do that, so we won't worry about that too much. And as you can see, wherever I point the bottom of this bike, that's where I'll be going. So if I point it up, I can go straight up. If I point it the other way, I'll go back. Now I'll show you that if I can get it down, if I can just hold it here a bit. Yes, we're going. It looks like I'm having sex with that bike, so it's a bit nasty. Oh shit, we've stalled, but don't worry, we'll gain that speed because this mechanic is absolutely brilliant. So I point the bottom down to gain a bit more speed, and then I start leaning up a bit, and as you can see, there's our track again. We're almost back where we started. And this is essentially how gliding works. It's the basics. I can go much deeper into it and how it works in Freemode, but let's just stick to this and use that on our Oppressor and see how much distance we can cover. Now let's hop back into Freemode and I'll take my Oppressor out and we'll see what that thing's capable of. So here we are lads, back into Freemode. The Oppressor is raring to go, but I wanted to first show off some of its advantages. Of course you can spawn it in instantly via Motorcycle Club, and one advantage that it does have over the Mark II is that you can do that as often as you like, so you don't need to wait for that nasty little cooldown timer. You just call it in via that menu and then it's instantly there and you don't have to wait as often as you like as long as you're near a road. Now the method I'm about to show you is basically just using that glide mechanic to make long distance jumps. And because of that glide mechanic, it's gonna keep pulling us forwards and we're gonna go faster and faster each time. Now the takeoff methods are a bit tricky. You kind of have to read the terrain and then decide how you want to take off. Now if you don't have the space like you do here, you can just move from a standstill, hold that trigger back and just pull off in a wheelie and you'll be off in a second. Then we use that glide mechanic to pull us forward a bit and then pull back. And you see, we're covering a lot of ground already. Now this is only the first jump, so we don't even have much speed going. We have a lot of speed going, but not as much as we're gonna get in a minute. So we're gonna try and land it, use the wings just to be a bit more resistant to falling off. The mechanic is there, it does work for you, so use it. I'm just gonna keep landing, recharge that boost, try and use the wings as little as possible because they will slow you down. And then if you keep doing this, so this is on flat surfaces, so we're not gaining that much per jump, but we are gaining some. Seeing we're going very fast, we're flying across lakes, we're flying across the desert. We're already across it in no time, and you can just keep doing this. It's very much fun. It is dangerous, so if you hit a little rock or a pole or some fences, you might fall off, but once you get skilled and you learn some of the places you can use, it gets very, very fun and very easy, and you just stop calling me Tony. I can't even retract my wings. Never mind that. After that interruption of Tony, I just wanted to show you how it looks, and this is pretty much it lads. So if you use this and combine that with the availability of the Oppressor, so you can just call it in at any time, and it becomes quite the contender to get across the map as fast as you can. Let's say we're doing casino mission, so we both come out of the casino mission. You want to go by plane, so you call in your plane, you go get it. Well, by the time you're there at your plane and trying to take off, I'm probably already halfway across the map. Now, I'm not making this up, it is very fast, it's well known. I've beaten multiple friends of mine who thought they could beat me, and I challenge you to write down in the comments a vehicle that you think might beat the Opressor Mk1 in raw speed and efficiency. We'll test that out later maybe. Now, the last thing I wanted to show you is that if you take off without that wing slowing you down, if you like find a natural jump to use, and as you can see, the wings do help with resistance to falling off. I just bumped into that quite badly. But I'll try and take a jump without my wings to show you how much speed you can actually carry. And as you can see, we're almost not falling down. And as a matter of fact, we're actually going up a bit. If you can see my camera bobbing up. I don't know if we're going to make that. Oh, we did. You see the wings again saving me there. You can use that to just get yourself out of tricky situations. But you can cross huge amount of distances with it, and depending on where you start from and what kind of ground you have to play with, you can really keep it flying even, and that's what I'm going to show you now. So I'm going to head off to Mount Chiliad because it's the easiest way to show you. I'm not going to steal that guy's van, even though he didn't use his indicators. I mean, come on, Rockstar, add some indicators. How hard can it be, right guys? We can at least read some of those NPC thoughts because they are moving in such irregular patterns. But anyway, let's go over to Mount Chiliad and I'll try and get a glide going that'll just keep us in the air forever. Here we are, lads, on the top of Mount Chiliad as promised, and we're gonna now do the legit way of taking off with this Oppressor, and we're gonna try and make it fly. So we're gonna drive down, use the wings where we think it might be a bit dangerous, and we're gonna get as much speed as we possibly can and try and take off in a straight line. We're gonna have to do our best, but we're gonna use the glide mechanic to even ramp up our speed a bit. And then if you lean back just ever so slightly and you do this, look at that, lads. We're already coming back up. And this is just amazing. You get up to Mount Chiliad, guys, you drive down it and you can fly forever. Now, my aim was a bit off, as you might be able to tell, so I'm now going away from the city, which is not what I intended to do, but it does show off the mechanic, and if you just aim a bit better, you can fly over the city. It's just amazingly good fun, and this is a legit way to do it. So this is actually just GTA's mechanics. You're not cheating anything, you can't get banned for anything. It's just loads of fun, in my opinion, and I recommend you guys try that one out. Forgot I wanted to show you something fun you can do with the Oppressor, and it's actually right up here. So let's just get some speed, get up here. I usually just crash into the building. There we go, the wings saving us from falling off again. Now we're at, let's see, we're at Little Seoul, somewhere around here, like near the car wash and the gas station here. You need to get up on this roof, and then from here we're going to go a bit forward because we actually need this little roof up here. And what this does, guys, if you wheelie off it and then use your rocket boost, it makes the Oppressor lose all of its weight, so the glide mechanic just pulls you forever and ever. So it kicks in much easier. So let's just show you how that's done, and maybe we'll just use this to fly to Mount Chiliad. That might be fun. So we'll wheelie up against this, shoot off, and the weight of my Oppressor, you can already see the glide mechanic is already pulling me much harder than it used to. And you can see if I lean back, you can see, look at that. Look at that. We're going. You can use this yourself, so you can even go straight in a straight line upwards, go back around, back to Mount Chiliad, and look at this, lads. And now I can definitely promise you that if you come into a situation where you're racing someone and they want to take off and you get to pick the spots and you're using an Opressor Mk1, use that spot, because I promise you there is nothing in the game that can move as fast as you do right now. It's amazing. Let me just fly a bit closer to the ground to show off. I'm just gonna use my wings there. Don't worry, you won't cancel it, anything. I'm just using it to straighten out so I can control my glide a bit better. But as you can see, you can just activate your wings, steer wherever you want to go, and then you can just keep on gliding. I'm gonna try and get as close to the lake as possible so you can see what kind of speeds we're dealing with here. And as you can see, we're going amazingly fast. And I know I'm playing on PS4, lads. The frame rate, don't give me shit in the comments. This is great fun, isn't it? You can just fly. You can fly with the Oppressor. So guys, that's gonna be it for today's video. It was my first one ever. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you made it here, thanks for watching. My name is General Churong, and I'll see you in the next video.